I just want to say that almost everyone is missing the guy that was standing directly in front of Charlie on the other side of the barricade, to check him out and to find him, because he had a bulge under his sleeve on the other side. You could see there was a bulge, and then after he reaches up, well, it's the other arm. No, it's this arm, left arm. He raises his left arm up, and then he reaches right here onto his sleeve to grab a hold of something like a handle that's long, and but I didn't see a hole come out of his shirt, because if a bullet's coming out of your shirt, it's going to leave a hole. It's going to move the shirt. I looked at it. There was no movement. No, and then after he did that, right when he pulled up, there was that bang. And then he reaches down underneath and moves whatever was making the bulge under the sleeve. But that's an exit wound. There's too many people that knows that's an exit wound. It's not an entrance wound. You don't get blood on the shirt from an exit wound or an entrance wound when it goes in, because everything's being pushed first. And so the blood only a little bit came out as it's pushing. And so there is going to be, because of veins and stuff, blood veins in your skin and whatever, thick enough, big enough, where a little blood can squirt out and get on the shirt. But he was shot from another direction, from the other side to hit, and then the bullet just deflected. It came out right there, somehow. I don't know. Maybe it could have come out there and just went straight to the ground and hit somewhere. But if he was shot from in the front, and it's not an exit wound, and it was the guy that was in front of him, then it would have had to come out the back, and it would have had to spray blood on the background, because it'd make a bigger hole. Wow! Stuff's coming out. Especially if it's going up at an angle, it's going to hit stuff that deals with your brain, and it's going to come out. And that stuff's going to come out because it's being obliterated as the bullets hit it. Because it's not like this flesh. Your brain matter and all that's different. It's like a gel in a way or something. Because of it's your brain's made of cholesterol. So think of something solid like grease or cholesterol or whatever. Something's going to spurt out. If it's not completely, not completely solid, just jelly-like in a way. So, but I don't believe it to be exit wound, because if it was an entrance wound, because even if it was here and it went up a little bit, it would have missed his earpiece mic wire that was wrapped around back here. It wouldn't have pulled that out of his ear and pulled his shirt up. If it came in right here and then go up at an angle a little bit, if it would have hit his spine, there would have been a lot of damage. They would see it immediately. It's not a little 22. They didn't use little 22. They use bullets. They don't use 22s. They don't use 32s. They don't use little bullets. They use a big enough bullet. Enough power behind it to take someone out. One shot, one kill. But I believe he was hit, you know, and it's harder for anything to come out, and if anything, you know, and then it came out right here, and then blood came out on it, and then it just started pouring because it happened to hit his artery too, his neck. So that's all I'm going to stick with, because I don't. People who've been in the army, they know. People who are snipers, they know what them wounds look like. They see them all the time when they're looking at a dead someone they shot. Or they're still looking through that scope when they hit them to see how it hits. They don't use rinky-dink guns. They use real stuff. What you would consider real. People don't consider a .22 a real actual gun, because you can mostly maim people rather than kill people with the .22. So, yeah, almost nobody, only one guy's believing that that's the shooter, because I mean it's on right when he goes up. There's that bang. It's got a clink bang to it. It's not just a bang. If you listen to it, how it sounds, not just listening for that bang, hearing that bang that comes out right before you, it's like a clink, and so that would be like a clink bang. You wouldn't hear it from a rifle off in the back. It's weird, because I noticed that right off the bat with the way it sounded with that first shot you got to hear when I got to see it before they started blurring everything and keeping people from seeing what's, you know, there, when people could get it out before AI could do anything about it, stop it. But yeah, that's the only one. I don't think the one that was on the roof even had a gun at all, because if you look at the way a sniper sits when he's laying down, and where that guy's head was, where's the rifle? Where's the rifle in front of his head? Where's the rifle in front of his head? There was no rifle in front of his head when it was showing him laying across there. They just see someone there. No, shooter! Where's the gun? Where's the rifle? I didn't see one. He ain't going to have it down here and kind of hope he can hold it just right and pow, like, you know, he's just someone laying up on the roof. That's a shot that you can't make. Even as good as I am with just a pellet gun, wouldn't even be able to make a shot like that, especially from the distance he was. You'd have to be damn good at just eyeballing and, okay, I believe that's right, bang! and not get to see a rifle sitting right there, right in front of his head. Right in front of his head. Because your eyes has got to be on the scope. So the rifle's right there in front. Where's the rifle? Open your eyeballs, people. That one they got is a decoy. It's not the shooter, in my opinion. He's a decoy. He's a patsy. Just like Lee Harvey Oswald. Even Lee Harvey Oswald said on camera, I'm a patsy. He had nothing to do with it. Oh, but we found the rifle over here all wrapped up and this and that, you know, and in a doorway of some business door that goes in, and then you got the door. You know, kind of like an itty-bitty entrance type hallway type thing, you know, and they say, oh, that's where we found it, and he left it there. They didn't have fingerprints back then. How would they know it was his? They didn't have registration and all that back then. How would they know that was his gun? How did they know? Oh, just like that. oh, we found the rifle and it's in the box too. Well, he wasn't carrying a big old box that would have that rifle in it. When he jumped off that roof, he'd have had to drop the box, the rifle. And you'd have seen that long thing being dropped to the ground. Then he would have to drop to the ground and pick it up and carry it. You didn't see none of that. Oh, but he's got to put, I guess he had the box sitting in the woods, ready and waiting. And then he got to put it all back together, take it out of the backpack, put it all back together instead of just setting it in the box. all apart. So he can hurry up and get away and leave it there for somebody else to come and get. And then be claimed as the possible shooter if they get caught with it. None of it makes sense to me. And I don't believe we're really ever going to get to know. We're not going to get to see all of him and know for a fact that it's him and that he was shot somewhere in a different way than what everybody else is to believe. It's not the shooter. It's a show. Everybody, after he's sentenced, whatever, it'll be AI. If they put him to death on TV, it'll be AI. It won't be him. He'll be off somewhere else, new name, new identity, somewhere else living with his family. Y'all just don't know how all this works. When they need something, they need an event, to be able to use for their benefit. After they to fix the mess they created that they can fix real quick, they're going to do whatever they can. They're going to kill one of their own. They don't care. They know they're going to die one day and they can't